Let's maybe we would dive into how you think about making Instagram or TikTok videos. Do you have some words you can share about what accommodations you need to make for different platforms, if at all?
Yeah, so it seems like all the platforms recently are copying each other. They're all basically trying to copy TikTok. So I'm constantly learning like what works and what doesn't work. So I think it's really important if you're making short form content nowadays, you got to grab people like instantly within the first second of the video. And unfortunately, what I discovered, at least with my music, it's just music videos of just music, which sounds terrible to say like just music, but unfortunately that doesn't work. Like you make a video of yourself playing or singing, it can be the greatest piece of music in the world. Like it doesn't matter. People are just going to keep scrolling. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So you need something extra. You need something that'll grab people instantly and then most importantly get them to watch all the way through, which is the hardest part. Because that's what makes a like one TikTok go viral. It's the watch time. So if you can get people to watch the whole thing, then your video will spread to millions of people. And I've tried all kinds of things, and the only thing that's worked for me so far really is the MIDI art. Sometimes other types of videos where I like talk about something can be engaging if the topic is really engaging. But yeah, if you just make a video of yourself playing or singing, good luck with that. It's really, really hard to get people to watch that.
So you're talking about those first couple seconds, which is very true. In fact, I was going through some content training, and they said if you can't do something in the first 3 seconds that people care about, why even make the rest of the video?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to go anywhere. So, what do you feel like this thing you settled on? What do you think why it's grabbing? Because I know some people might look at your videos, they have a consistent look to them, and they might think, "Oh, I'll just copy what Gil's doing." But at the same time, it may not work. But what do you think is the thing that's grabbing people from your videos that have worked?
Well, the MIDI art has a visual component to it. You know, I'm drawing a picture with the keyboard.
Hmm.
So I think that kind of appeals to a lot more people than only maybe musicians people don't even have to like the type of music I'm playing necessarily, but the fact that I'm drawing a picture, I think that kind of sparks a curiosity in people and they want to see what happens. They want to see what it ends up looking like. So that grabs them and then they want to see the picture. Most of the time, like not all of them go viral, you know, some of them don't. So it
That's a
really
good
depends.
point too about like you're considering how this content appeals to people beyond the music. So, like you
Yeah.
said, they don't even have to like that genre or even be particularly interested in keyboard music, but now they're sucked in because there's this suspense that literally is unfolding across the entire video.
Exactly. And with TikTok, you never know who's going to see your video. That's the thing. It's like you could have like right now I've got a lot of followers. I've got 150,000 followers, but I don't know who's going to see the video. It could be a follower, it could be some stranger who's never seen my video before and they might not have any interest in keyboard. So you got to find a way to appeal to everyone if you want to go viral, basically.
Yeah. So I guess for people who we'll show an example for people on YouTube, but for anyone who's just listening that doesn't know, it's like you're playing notes on the keyboards, you're making music, but that's triggering a MIDI map on screen that you're making into basically an illustration or words or things like that. Right. So there's,
Right. So
yeah.
basically I play notes and they get drawn on the keyboard. The higher the note, the higher it'll appear on screen. And I use that to kind of draw an image. Now, like I'm not the first to do that. MIDI art has been around for years, but my thing is I try to do it live. So instead of just creating it and then playing it in my
Hmm.
software, I'm hitting record and playing the notes in real time and you'll see the image like be generated as I'm playing it. So I think, you know, people kind of like that and that's why it's worked.
Well, this is something I was going to bring up later, but because you're also doing sometimes logos of video games
Right.
or brand logos, you also have this cross audience synergy thing. So do the brands, do the video games end up sharing that stuff to their
It
crowd?
has happened. Usually like the Japanese companies don't I don't know if they even see that stuff.
They're
Actually
stingy with their sharing.
actually, one of the creators of Pokemon shared my, Pokemon logo one, which is cool. On Twitter, yeah, which was awesome. I did the Among Us logo, and they loved it, they shared it on Twitter, so it does happen sometimes. Yeah, and the gaming thing, it's, it's just like I've always been a gamer and I love that stuff. So for me, that's kind of why I started doing it. I wanted to create this sort of pixel art game stuff with MIDI.
I was just going to highlight, because you've mentioned it multiple times, that I think an important fact that you are appealing to several different audiences that are adjacent to your music, whether it's in the gaming community,
Mhm.
logos. And then you also mentioned that there's this curiosity that people don't have to like music in order to, they want that curiosity loop to be completed when they
Mhm.
see your image taking shape. I just think that's important for people to understand that part of viral videos is the fact that there's appeal for multiple people or audiences, that it's not just like you said, someone sitting there playing piano or keyboards. That's not going to go viral.
Mhm. Some people have success with that just by taking requests and stuff. I see that on TikTok. Some
I've seen
musicians,
that
yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah, but that's really like hit or miss. They'll have one video do get millions of views and another like get no views because it just depends on what's trending in the moment, what most people want to hear. To me, that's not very interesting. That's not something I personally want to do.